Thank you, Helen. And as you can already see, we're not just a company, we're not just a business, we are an educational philosophy. We really are. We care about the students. In fact, you'll have to excuse me because I am between two students at the moment. And much as I would love to attend the whole webinar, I will have to come and go because we are a learning experience and the students must always come first. We are a CLIL. Oh, should I admit the person waiting, Petra, or do you do that?
I'm taking care of it. Thank you.
Of course you are, as always. We are a great international team. It's been a great thrill. We actually started this, Helen, remind me, was it 2008 that you approached me and said, I want to set up a new summer school?
Yeah, that's correct. It was.
And you remember my answer? My answer was, forget it. Forget it. There's already a lot of very good language schools. There's also a lot of good schools teaching academic subjects, but Helen never forgets anything. So she came back to me and we decided we would go with something that in those days was really very new. It was called CLIL. And CLIL is, remind me, Petra, what is CLIL? It may be on the next slide.
Content and language integrated learning.
I could not have put it better myself. CLIL means content and language integrated learning. It didn't exist before 1994, but it's become so important. Francisco and I have long been devoted to CLIL as an educational theory, and academic summer has enabled us to make it academic practice. Content is the range of academic subjects. When we started, it was maths and physics and geography and English and biology, chemistry. It still is, but it's changing. It's now applied mathematics. The world is changing. Helen said that education can change the world. Well, it can, but the world will change however we shape it. It's our job to be there right at the forefront. Geography has now become environmental systems and societies. Who remembers? Deirdre's nodding, so I must be correct. It's a wider view of the world. It's not just the view of the world that I had in the 1960s and 70s. It's the view of the world in the 2020s. Communication speaks for itself. And I'm only going to speak for maximum 5 minutes, I promise you. Communication is international. There is no point knowing things if you don't communicate what you know. Cognition, very important, is how the brain works. Different people think differently. Different people learn differently. Some people cannot sit still for a minute. They have to move. Some people love to work as part of a team. Other people need to work alone. And we have the flexibility to take this into account. The most important thing, I think, I used to think that culture was just an add-on, but now I believe it's become the most important thing of all. It's who we are, where we come from. Helen said, we're in a difficult time in the world at the moment. We're always in a difficult time. We're always going to be in a difficult time. Our job is to try and help people cope with these difficulties and become something bigger, something that I have tried to be, but the students of the future really will become. And CLIL doesn't just mean content and language integrated learning. It also means a whole world of opportunities. Our students, your students, have the world in their hands. They really do. It's theirs to shape. We are now in Generation Z, which we can see identified on the right, a generation in control of technology, a generation in control of success, not like my generation. I was a baby boomer. I'm on the left. I was told to listen and speak when I was spoken to. But the new generation is changing. The new generation, I love this picture on the right. She's got success. She does need teachers to help her, but she knows what her aims are. We know the objectives. It is a changing world for sure. I hope it is changing for better.